slack beans. It is a nice 69 degrees with a slight breeze. We're in the shade. There's mountains and a pen full of bulldoggers, which are our boys. And, and so we're going to have, it's going to kind of, we're winging it like we did our locker room chat, and guys would step up and talk to us. So we're going to try and do that. And you'll hear the ambience of it, people in the background and the timers telling the times. And so,
we are on the front row watching the Bulldogging Slack with one of our Bulldogging buddies that is a RümpChät fan also, NFR steer wrestler from Blanchard, Oklahoma, by the way of Apache, Oklahoma. Jump on it. Blake Mindemann is here talking shit with us right now because he's in the redraw, so he's got a little time as we're watching the Bulldogging go right now.
So he's going to go about, 2:30 probably.
Hopefully.
We asked Blake, I said, you got a haze? And he said, well, I was supposed to haze last night and didn't get along too good, but didn't stick one in the office. I thought it was fine with Jule last night. I didn't think it looked bad.
He just needed to get caddy right there, I think. I've seen him be caddier than that.
So you're rodeoing this summer with the one and only Jule Hazen, right?
Oh, yeah. Hule.
And you guys barely made it here because people from Kansas and Oklahoma should not be allowed to read a map of – You guys can, but tell us about your trip here because –
Well, it all started in Grand Junction, Colorado, when we were headed to Vernal, and we took a goat trail of a road up a mountain
with a Kenworth and a 40-foot trailer.
Yeah, and Jules, he did tell me before we went up the mountain that his brakes were very average at best. So I'm like, okay, and we went up this giant hill, and I was sketched out. We made it there, and everybody's like, oh yeah, that thing's pretty big. When we got over there, and we were like, this sucker was not cool. And then so we head to Estes from there, and we went over the mountain to which direction is that?
I think that's south.
Where all the big-ass mountains are.
Yeah.
We come from that way. I've never come from that way, and there's a reason for that because it was the sketchiest shit I've ever been involved in. But we made it.
It's the Rocky Mountain National Park. You guys made it right before the perf, though, last night, right?
Absolutely. We should have just stayed because it was non-productive.
Because you sucked?
Absolutely.
No, you didn't suck. You just missed the nose, which sucks if you're a bulldogger, but...
Yeah. Just stepped on my skirt. Need to be a little more progressive, as Roy Duval would say.
Progressive. Oh, this is great. We're sitting here. There's Kyle Irwin backing in the box, coming out right there. Got a good catch.
Hard fall. Still wrestling.
Well, Kyle.
8 flat.
8 flat. You're a pussy. This is not a youth rodeo. That will not place.
Holy shit.
Don't tell him I said that, but
you're screwed. You know this is getting recorded and released, right? So he'll probably hear it or get told that Rump called you a pussy.
I like Kyle Irwin. He's a Northwest Oklahoma State. I like about all these guys, and it's a pretty good set of guys in the Bulldogging.
Really good set.
Kind of the old crew is gone, like the Dean Gorsuch, the Soons. You think about those guys. Like the only guys kind of still around.
Branquino.
Yeah.
Just kind of, in that group.
That group. But like Hunter Cure, Blake, still rocking.
Stockton's
never going to suck.
Stockton's been through 3 generations.
He's a pretty good hand right there.
Yeah, Stockton though, he hasn't
I think
aged.
he hazed for Bill Pickett, didn't he?
Yes,
probably.
He did.
Here goes Shane Fry.
Duncan, Oklahoma.
Come on, Fry.
Is he?
He smoked
He
it.
ginger snapped that one.
There you go, Fry.
4-3.
Yeah, that's what Riley Duval told us when Shane Fry
He ginger snapped.
Because
he's redhead. Do you
ginger
get it?
power.
You
Hell
get
yeah.
Yeah,
I got it.
You're a ginger.
Damn right. Go ginger, go home.
Once you go ginger.
I'll tell you, but all around, it's a fun group of guys. Riley Duval, of course, in his group. Which groups are there? So there's
a 12-gauge group,
which is
Irwin, Wag, Pearson, and then there's Stockton's group. You got the world champ Eddie, Bridger Anderson coming up, young guy. Canada, Riley Westhaver, you know him, huh?
Yeah.
Then you got Tally and Schaefer. All them guys. Tally's been on fire, just winning everywhere. He's a straight animal. Haas, you got Haas's guys. He's got Ty Erickson, fast world champion. Himself been in NFR. Winston McGraw is with him, I think. There's a few guys. And then, of course, our group, shit.
Your group is you, Jule,
Joe Nelson, and Devers. He's up at Canada right now at Calgary.
That little amateur
Little
deal in
Jackpot up
Calgary.
there. Yeah, yeah.
So did you guys get invited to go to Calgary or?
No, I suck too bad the last couple of years. They do not invite you if you suck.
Yeah, but they all like quarantining in like campers and stuff.
Yeah, like once you get to Calgary, you can't leave the arena, right?
No, that's kind of a shit show. It looks like. I mean.
Well,
I guess it's worth it if you can win a bunch of money.
Yeah, if you win that 100,000, you don't care.
But you miss Estes and RümpChät and a big slack if you go up there. That's
right.
way more fun.
Oh, that stairs look. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the contestant list looks way different, obviously, because a lot of guys aren't going up. I mean, in all events.
Yeah, a bunch of guys turned down going.
Sage isn't going up. JB, I mean, all those guys. There's not.
Tough Cooper.
Casey and Tilden aren't going in the barebacks. I mean,
they were here last night.
Yeah. That's crazy. The top 3 in the world in the bareback riding are all on the same rig. Casey, Tilden, and Cole Reiner.
But that just goes to prove, like, if you get in a rig that's winning, no matter what you're in, I mean, a lot of times you end up winning.
Casey
Absolutely.
mind screws. I think he's hit like 3 of his world championships come from mind screwing people.
How do you figure?
That guy's a Jedi.
He's a straight hand, too, man.
Oh, I mean, not taking. Yeah, he's pretty good. No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know. You just talked shit on Casey, and we all heard
I did
it.
not. I just.
Casey Fields is a bitch.
What was that deal you made that one time? You said, Casey Fields is a pussy.
Oh,
Remember that?
No,
what was that?
It was Casey Fields a bitch, and that was from the movie J.R. Rump that never got finished.
Why? Why did you not? I seen the deal you made on it.
It was called the movie trailer. I started the movie J.R. Rump, and it just never really took off. It never flew, and it was so stupid. Like
That's what made it great.
But no, it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen my whole life. We do have a day sheet here at the Bulldogging Slack. Now we're getting very official.
This is Winston McGraw right here.
See,
That's going to screw you, though, because there's splits.
This is where I'm getting older.
Bulldogger.
I don't remember a Winston. He must be a younger
He's young,
guy.
real young.
Winston McGraw.
He's with Haas.
There's a bunch of names on here I know from. I don't know the guys or what they look like, but because of their names, I've heard Boyd say them. Like Rooster Yazzie. I think, you know what's
Rooster.
wrong with this world? Everybody needs a few more Rooster Yazzies.
That's a studly name. Rooster. There we
Bubba
go.
Boots.
Oh.
Steers are running on pretty good this morning.
5-0.
That's a
for
5
Winston.
flat.
Are these Jace Honeys?
Yes.
Every
they are some
steer
of his.
at every pro rodeo is now Jace Honey.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Heard of quite a situation.
Here goes the champ, 2-time, or is it 3-time wag? I can't remember.
Tyler said the nicest thing to Hambone and I when we were going to set up here at Slack.
It's kind of true.
He said, you know those 2 kids in high school you saw in the hall and you knew they were about to mess shit up? He's like, that's what me and Hambone look like carrying our equipment. Tyler Wagasback, he bulldogs so technically correct.
Oh, yeah. He's a machine.
He reminds me of Brian Fields. Here
There
comes
goes.
Tyler Wagasback.
See ya, Blue Steer.
Boom. Bye.
4-2.
Hello, 4-2 in front of the out gate.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, when you think about Bulldoggers, he reminds me of Brian Fields. And for all you old rodeo guys, remember Brian Fields. Tall,
Sleepy?
skinny Conroy, Texas cowboy.
Slowest walking cowboy back to the chutes after he busted one.
Yeah.
With a giant chaw in his mouth.
Is Cole Edge not entered?
Cole Edge
Cole
is
was
semi-retired.
Yeah.
Cole was kind of the old school guys.
My Iowa boy. Yeah, Cole kind of.
The sledgehammer?
What's old Sledge doing?
Man,
nowadays?
he's just raising twins and selling shit at his store he's got. He's got a store down there in Durant.
Oh, because
Yeah.
his family had one. Is it like the Western store?
The Western Edge.
The Western Edge. They had one in Iowa.
Do you know what Jade Berry used to call?
Jade Berry.
The Western Enema is what he used to call
Why?
Cole. I don't really know.
Jade Berry, that'd be one for RümpChät. Is this
Yeah,
Will Loomis?
You definitely don't want to go live with Jade Berry.
I think this
That's
is Will.
the old biscuit-eating Will Loomis.
Oh, yeah.
God, Will Loomis is a big dude. We did
He
a
is.
commercial in a Tesla car, and he barely fit in the back seat.
I believe that.
I bet his gourd weighs 15 pounds.
His head is huge.
As we look over in the corner, it looks like 2 bulldogging horses are about to get wrapped up, and one's going to flip over backwards here in a second. But for right now, looks good.
Oh, they're on it. They're on it.
Oop.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Everybody relax.
We're good.
Okay, it's fine.
High fast right here. 3-9 over or under.
I'm gonna say under.
I'm gonna say
shit.
over because
Shit.
these cows are running.
Here we go.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if Will Loomis catches one within 900 foot, he can still be 4-5.
Well,
We'll
see.
All he does is win. It's a pretty good bet to go under. Sorry, Hambone.
Wasn't he? Did it last year? He rode Casey Jones's bulldogging horse.
2 years ago? No, he did. Did he? I
No,
think
what
he
was
did
that
ride him
horse's
last year.
name? Willie
Grinder.
Oh,
See you, steer.
bam!
Oh, you
Aired him
lost,
out.
Rump.
Winning
Aired him
4-2.
out.
Rump owes you $1, Hambone.
He's owed me that for.
I owe Hambone $725 if you want to get technical, but I am going to get that paid back.
Hey, your wife reminded me that you owed me some money or something.
For
like
what
that.
do I owe
I
you
don't
money
know.
for?
She just said he probably owes you.
No, I don't think I owe you nothing.
Hey, you talk about big dudes.
Danelle Henderson. I like this guy. You know, his mom hazed for him at Denver at the Martin Luther King Rodeo. Like, they got their family's pretty cool, you know.
We played a 3-on-3 basketball game in the Northwest, and I had to guard Danelle.
Why?
Sucks to
Because
be
I was
you.
the tallest guy.
Did he dunk on you?
Just once.
How tall is Danelle? He's got to be, what,
6'8", probably.
6'8"?
Yeah, he's large. He's very athletic, too.
And, you know, he won Santa Fe a couple years. Like, he's won a couple rodeos. I always figured, like, with Danelle, he's just so close to getting, you know, to the NFR. And, you know, and if you look at guys over the past, and Blake, you've been there because you started at the bottom and you rodeoed on piece of shit vehicles. And
Still do.
I know because I've rode with you. Yeah, if you're rodeoing with Jule.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant mine.
But, I mean, here comes Danelle. Hard running steer. Oh,
missed him.
Set up hard. There's been a couple of those that have set up pretty hard, like Hunter Steer last night hit the old gas. But back to Danelle, like I feel like especially in the Bulldogging, there's so many guys that are right there, you know, just about to be in that killer group. But it's hard. Rodeoing for a living is hard. You know that. I mean,
Absolutely.
do you guys ever just go, man, this is so stupid. Let's just go home. Why are we doing this?
At least twice every 2 weeks, probably. No, it's tough, dude. There's so many guys that bulldog good, and man, you got to be on your game. You can't miss the barrier. You can't stub your toe when you got a good one because you may not get him again. And man, if anybody's like me, you got a set amount of time before you got to go home, go back to work, and put the grind in to get your stuff together, or you just win and keep rolling.
Well, and when you made the NFR a couple years ago, you were about to go home, and then you won Estes Park, right?
I didn't win it, but I won pretty good money, and yeah, I was down there at the bottom of the barrel, and it just one little week and it wasn't a big amount of money, but it let me go to the next week, and then I won $13,000 the next week at Sheridan
the old
stuff.
dad.
That's Sheridan, and then it went to the dad and won 10 or 12. It just kept rolling.
I feel like guys like you do pretty good at, like, you don't mind the long start. I was always a 3-5 kind of guy. I didn't want to sit there and see one out, but, like, for some reason you like Cheyenne, and you've always been pretty successful at the old daddy.
Yeah, I like sketchy shit, man. I like it where you kind of got a cowboy and ride, and where it's a little out of the comfort zone. I mean, I just like that stuff. But I don't mind having to go fast too. But I feel like it eliminates a bunch of dudes that ain't as cowboy that you have to go run one down, and that just ups the odds if you feel like you're confident at going and doing stuff like that.
Man, I bulldogged at Cheyenne and I hated it. I bulldogged at Tucson and I hated it. Like, I don't like the long
Did you hate it
score.
because you didn't win?
I hated it because it was dangerous.
Oh man, the screen went out.
Haas, he just made a good run on not a very good one. 4-something probably.
Who do you think's that, when you talk about Clayton Haas, there's a couple guys that can rope badass that are bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton Haas, Marcus Terrio, and Cody Dozier.
Yeah, all three of them guys rope good.
Who was the baddest ass roper out of those three?
Oh, man.
Probably Dozier.
Man, you think?
I don't know.
He's pretty wolfy.
Anybody?
That fat baby almost made the NFR team roping, boys.
Marcus.
I like Marcus.
Marcus, he stuck it on their ass at the time event, too.
Yeah, damn right he did. Good for him. I was happy for him.
Okay, Blake, for $4 and a lukewarm gold buckle beer. What year did Marcus's dad win the calf roping in the PRCA? world title?
1994.
96.
Oh, it was 96, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Shit.
Yeah.
Who won the Bulldogging in 1996?
96. Ooh. Would that be? What note was it?
I don't know. I'm going to have to. No, he won it in 95. He didn't win it in 96. Hold on. Gleason won it in 97.
Brad Gleason.
97. Mike Smith, 98. Mickey G, 99.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Mickey.
Well, who was 96?
Talk about Cowboy. He could Bulldog and Cowboy a little bit, huh?
Oh,
And beat up Rump.
Yeah.
Mickey
No.
beat you up?
Mickey beat me up 1 out of 3 times that we fought. But I like Mickey. You know, I got to see Mickey last year in Cody, and we're buddies now. Our next guy back into the box. Here's one of my Oklahoma buddies right here. This is Torrey Johnson. He's a cool
Torrey.
cat. He's athletic. A
Yep.
lot of these, you know, when you look at the Bulldoggers now, they're a lot more athletic. Like back in my day, everybody was fat and kind of cool, except for Teddy Johnson. He was always in pretty good shape. But Blake, you've never been fat, but a lot of smaller Bulldoggers, you know. I mean, overall.
Absolutely.
Here goes Torrey.
Oh, hoof to
Man.
the back.
Shit.
Oh, Red
Yeah.
was a little strong.
Lee Graves told me the year I made the finals, we were visiting, he's like, or after, and he said, I would be a tiny guy back in the day when he made the finals.
Dude, you know Mike Smith is like thin as a pencil now, too.
Yeah. Shrunk him down a little bit. There were some big dudes, though, man, like O'Berry, Rod Lyman.
Yeah.
I mean, them guys are big.
Rod-
Steve Duhon.
Jason Lair.
Yeah.
Rod Lyman's mustache weighed 15 pounds.
Speaking of big dudes, here you go. Who's this one, Rump?
Ty Erickson.
Man, Ty Erickson's like 7 foot tall, too. Like,
Yeah, but he's not like girthy. Like them guys were like thick. You know,
Yeah.
Ty
He's-
would be taller than them, but
He's like
no, Ty's not
he's like a
thick.
taller
You know what I'm saying?
Todd
But
Soon.
Yeah.
Those guys were those guys were thick all the way through.
And he bulldogs so good, but he don't even need a hazer. He's
That's
got
what she
9
said.
foot arms. Hey,
Oh, that one tried.
We'd tell you the times, but we can't understand this crappy sound system.
Yeah,
And we
they-
have headphones on.
there is a lot more slender dudes now.
Oh, yeah. Steers are smaller, too. They're a little bit smaller
Like,
than
look
they
at
were.
right in front of us for everybody listening. You can't see, of course, but there's 4 skinny dudes, and then there's Wild Bill Claunch.
Bill
Phil
Claunch
Claunch
is
is a stud.
He's 53. He was 3-9 the other day in the first round, winning the first round, and probably will win it.
I think he's winning second round.
Oh, is he second?
But he's going to win something, for sure. And
Yeah, I
that's
think
a badass.
3-8 was first round, but
53, and Bill don't look. You know, he just looks like an old rancher. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think he could go out and sling one, but damn, he sure did.
One of the nicest guys in the PRCA,
Monta
too.
Vista, Colorado. But I've always said, you know, Bulldoggers overall are one of the best groups
what do we
of
got
people.
here?
We got a
Uh-oh.
misfire. Somebody
Uh-oh.
messed up on the gate.
Uh-oh.
Get the gate open. If that was at my house, I'd be screaming at my kid. Open the gate. What the?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I've done that. That job sucks because you guys, a lot of times, there's no like big nod chin. You guys just shake your head or your eyes get wide.
It's
you know,
a mouth thing. It's a ugh.
Or your lips go out like this.
And you know what? If you're
you do the fish lips.
if you're popping the latch,
Like,
here's
did he
the-
nod right there?
if you're popping the latch, if you do it 1,000 times and never have an accident, and on the 1,001 time you make a mistake, everyone's like, "Look at that dipshit!" Like everybody just hates you.
Did you guys have that guy in high school rodeo that go, big nod now, son,
Oh,
big
yeah.
nod?
Oh, yeah.
My Uncle Tommy would go ahead and shake your head. Shut up, Tommy.
What's old Tommy been doing?
Just partying.
Oh, he's fast right there.
Oh, okay. We got to see if we can understand. and see
I'm going
what
to say
time-
3.5. How fast is he right there, boy?
He broke it.
Faster than that, wasn't he? Oh, that's a good one right there, too.
That's old.
3-4.
3.4. I said 3.5.
Bill Conch, you ain't shit.
Damn.
Who was that?
Even we talk shit on Bill Claunch on here, apparently. Hambone.
Who was just 3-4? What was his name?
I don't know.
That was Brandon Harrison,
Brandon Harrison. Okay.
Texas
No,
Cowboy.
I'm not. I'm just kidding. Bill's a
Port
nice guy.
Arthur, Texas.
I'm not talking
Bullshit,
shit.
Hambone.
Shut up.
Can't back out now. Oh, shit.
I don't give a shit. You're 53 and you're 3.9 in anything. You damn sure can't pee in 3.9 seconds.
Hey, see if Brandon will come over here.
Where's he at? There, he's right there.
Oh, there's another.
There's another decent run right there, too.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to shut this. Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Over here.
Yeah.
Over here. Come here. Okay.
There you go.
All right, this is cool RümpChät right here. We just commentated. Brandon, just talk. Don't ask questions. You can hold the mic. 3.4, watching the steer set. How was your steer?
It's about time.
That's
all I can say.
Have
It's
you not
about
won for a
time.
while?
It's been, yeah.
Have you drawn good or just not bulldog good?
I haven't bulldog good. I haven't drawn good. It's just been a mixture of everything.
Well, that was a pretty good day so far, 3.4.
It's
So
about time.
I think that, I don't know if we're going to be 3.4 because these steers are running a little harder, but you come back after this one?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Well, that's our leader here in Estes Park right now. How about it for Brandon Harrison?
Nice run, brother. Nice run, man.
Port Arthur, Texas. That is not close.
Yeah, Port A.
You can't get any farther from Estes Park, Colorado than
That is south.
I like to see a guy that wins some money that has it, because I was always that guy.
Absolutely. Because you were always that guy, weren't you?
I was always the guy that didn't win, but I won. I still have the record at Duval's for
Bullshit.
3.2. Yeah, I do remember in the
No.
Open when I won all
3.2.
that money. I was with you.
I remember you at Huddles kicking ass that one time.
At Duval's, I won the 2 for
Hey,
the second day.
Shag, you're talking to a top 30 steer wrestler at one point in time in
Yeah,
his life.
asshole.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
Asshole
He's that
Shag.
guy that was top 30. He was top 30 the beginning of October, okay?
Yeah. So
that-
eat shit.
The first month.
October 3rd, he was 29th
I
in the world.
bulldog good.
What'd
Shag, you know. Tell
Did you?
him, Bo.
What'd you win? What's that one? Rosenberg
Yeah.
Shut up, Shag.
winning it.
Is that
No.
guy's like, I'm sitting top 50.
I've
It's,
seen Rump do
it's
some
the
shit.
third day of the season.
Hold on. Let him talk.
I've seen Rump get latched up and do some shit. Hey, I remember Rump the first time I seen him. He was riding broncs at Shawnee, and he was kind of a big deal. He was big dicking around there though, strutting around like he was the. Did you win the all around there?
Rumford Rodeo.
At Shawnee and
No, I should have, but they gave it
shit. Couldn't get around Mike Uthier.
They
probably,
give it
huh?
to Jet McCoy.
Oh, he was a tough bastard too, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Uthier, he's out here on the road with his daughter, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Mike Uthier. He's still nuts. The other day I was bent over, tying my shoe at Greeley, and he come up behind me with a pocket hot shot and hot shotted me right in the butthole.
He's crazy.
Right in the butthole.
I saw him in Corpus Christi on the elevator. I go, "What's going on, Uthier?" He goes, "I need some water." You know that laugh he's got? It was awesome.
Need to get hydrated.
Yeah,
Long afternoon.
that guy's lived for the last 20 years off Copenhagen and Coors Light beer.
Like Alf, Coors Light, and Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Charlie, we're gonna pull back here.
We got like 150 bulldoggers here, and we got 3 bulldogging horses, so it's taking just a.
Hey, you know what's great about today, too, that I would like to bring up?
What's that?
This big slack, man, where everybody's at. That don't happen very often anymore. That needs
That's
to go
true.
back. That needs to go back how it needs to be. That's what we like. But these I don't know if it's the contractors or who it is, but we don't have a whole lot of those anymore.
Well, you know, and you, Blake, with your family, you guys grew up, and probably the late 90s were like the highlights of jackpots.
Absolutely.
Like there's not, I don't know, I haven't been for a while, but I'm back in the days of the
There was a
steer
lot of
wrestling
bulldogging
jackpots
jackpots.
where everybody get together for like 4 days, and you had Huddles, you had Duvals, you had Huddlestons. Of course, now, you know, in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, the Cross family, Sherry Cross and her Ferd and Bernice and everybody,
You know why?
they're still trying to keep the tradition of the jackpot alive.
What
You
about
know
the
why?
Mindemann
Because-
jackpot. What the
No, I mean-
Oh, yeah.
Steers are freaking expensive.
Oh yeah.
They're not cheap. And then when they're closing down states in Mexico where a lot of them come from, it's a little difficult. And as a manager of a large rodeo, so we at San Angelo, that crowd, they know the guys. I mean, they know you. They know they're very savvy. So that's why at a rodeo that size with that added money, we like those top. You know, we take I think top 30 to the perf. I think I should know this. Top 30 to the perfs, and then we have couple
Progressive.
days of slack there. But I think I want to move it to top 50.
I like the way they used to do San Angelo.
I
They had it
know
in the
everybody
building.
likes it in the spur, and then it was progressive
Damn
into the
right.
perfs. But
Ooh, Denard.
He hit hard.
Ouch! He ain't gonna dance on that one.
Oh,
Ooh, stretch it out. Pain
Sphinxter.
Angel.
That was
Got
the old
the sphinxter.
tailbone too.
The
Oh,
old-
that's a tailbone stretch. Yep.
But yeah,
Oh,
the old days of the
that
jackpots. You
tailbone hurts.
remember when everybody just have on like long sleeve T-shirts and ball caps? And
Yeah.
they're
Drinking beer all day
just
long.
back when they put all the bleachers in the arena.
Sydney used to have one, and I remember as a kid, all the Bulldoggers got so drunk, and they were giving each other haircuts with horse trimmers, like the big ones, like the size of your arm.
Oh yeah,
those big old, and it would get so hot. Got so hot they were burning each other.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was pretty. But that's Bulldogging Jackpot.
And they would sit in the corner and shoot dice until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then punch the crap out of each other.
Oh, dude. Yes, that was the good old days, man.
The old Duval Bulldogging Jackpots were notorious for playing dice.
Well, there was many ways you could make money other than bulldogging. You could roll dice over and under, bulldog. Mets made it great.
You could get in the Calcutta, which,
oh yeah,
for the record, was
Forgot about
6 times the amount of what you bid on. I learned that the hard way.
Oh yeah, I remember that story. It panned out though, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Hey, I got a story kind of like that too. One time we were at Mully's Jackpot. That's another jackpot. I don't know if you mentioned a minute ago. Great jackpot. Sean Mulligan puts on. My wife, she was down there and she bought me in the Calcutta. And I told her, I'm like, don't spend more than like $60, Well,
not very confident there,
yeah,
are you, Shag?
well, shit, I just didn't have much money, And she comes down there, or she's like, I know. I'm like, okay. So she buys me. Same deal. It's like 2 or 3 times the money. It was like $180 or $150. I was like, what the hell? Kind of got pissed. She's like, just give me some more money and I'll go pay for it. So I did. I won the fastest time, and it paid like $1,500. She's like, I told you. I was like, okay, good work.
Well, if you can't bet on yourself, who can you bet on? In the words of every
Scares
rodeo
the shit
queen,
out of me.
in the words of every rodeo queen in the world, believe in yourself and you will see the stars.
Isn't your wife, wasn't she a rodeo queen?
Yeah, yeah. But like these new rodeo queens, they
There
like
goes
to
Brad
do-
Lesh.
Brad's rocking that Kindle Building shirt right there.
Is that a fishing shirt?
That's a fish. That's a Magellan.
Hell, there's a lake right here. He's probably going fishing after.
Yeah, I like if I ever have money, I do want to have a Bulldogging Jackpot, add a ton of money, just old school it wherever,
Hell yeah.
like, because back when $8, oh man, I can't even remember how many they used to take, but like we would bulldog from 8 o'clock in the morning till like 10 at night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a long day. They still, man, Duval's is good. They're still rocking on. Hopefully guys will
But it's
bring
not
it back,
It's not at the outdoor arena anymore, though.
No,
right?
I wished it would be. Oh, that was the best, huh? Is that
Yeah.
your favorite one?
Yeah, my favorite one for sure was Duval's. Like
Couldn't beat it.
when me and you went over there, and I stayed in the back of your white Dodge pickup.
At Duval's you did?
Yeah,
What was that, like Cody years?
yeah, it was right before we went to Cody that year. That white Dodge pickup that was
man.
all jacked up from when you fell asleep and wrecked it in the ditch.
Might have got a barbed wire fence.
Yeah,
Straight just tired though, wasn't it?
Been there.
Just
but
honest mistake.
I always won. I did good at jackpots. Maybe not so much at rodeos, but
Bullshit.
I remember. Oh yeah.
Like, oh, he hung him up.
I can still remember the steer's number that I won at all that money on at 8 810.
Oh, you had 0810?
It was black and white paint, and everybody won at 810.
No, he's that kind of roan.
Yeah. And you know who else drew him that day?
Jade Berry.
No. Doug Yonke.
So Jade.
Oh, Doug Yonke.
Did Yonke catch him?
Yonke caught him. And he was like 4'6", and
That's huge.
everybody else was like 3'4", but I mean, Doug Yonke, he's an old bulldogging name. Do you remember Doug Yonke?
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
You don't remember that, Hambone? He was a...
Well, I didn't pay attention back in the day besides what was on TV, and rodeo wasn't on TV every
Speaking of
second
Doug
like it is
Yonke,
today.
there's a guy just rode by.
Hey,
Doug picked his shot. Like,
just being smart.
yeah. Out of 30 steers, Doug might get... Oh, cool.
Hey,
He might get down on 2.
Yonke had 2 badass 1980 knee braces made out of leather and
Yeah.
string.
He put him on the outside of his pants so people knew he's serious about bulldogging.
We asked
hell
Joe
yeah.
Beaver about his at the NFR. We talked about, remember Joe Beaver's outside the jeans knee brace.
Yeah, back in the day, back in the 80s, when you didn't have to worry about ligaments when you had cocaine.
See, I love and
Just
speaking
bear
of
down.
this, we're watching. I can't tell who that is, but the old bulldogger warm up. The old get the elbow up,
Catch him across.
put that horn in your pocket, and getting that hip out there.
There we go.
Oh, here's Clayton Haas with a pizza.
Haas got some pizza.
Why is he just carrying a pizza around?
Hungry?
Pizza.
Are you hungry, fella?
That's
I can't
not,
hear you. You got earphones on.
No, that's not a pizza. That's the dreams of other bulldoggers that go behind him.
Speaking of pizzas, you got a relatively decent story about pizzas. Don't
Oh
you,
yeah,
bro?
I got many.
That will be the last RümpChät we ever do. He'll finally tell that story because we can't top it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
we
one's
can.
good. Yeah, there you go.
Gold
There you
buckle
go.
beer time.
Just
It
to
is.
get a beer snap on that one.
Who's this Denim Dan backing in? I don't know.
That's Brian Snell right here.
Brian Snell.
Circuit cowboy.
Brian
Colorado
Snell.
Circuit. Mount
Wheatland,
Stokes.
Wyoming.
Good guy. With the vase doing the lining.
Who?
Aaron Vosler.
Oh, Aaron Vosler.
Oh yeah, the vase.
He's a big dude. I like.
He's a pretty chill dude.
What's is Peyton McIntyre? Is he here?
Oh, yeah, he was just right here. Oh,
That one's a runner.
can't see.
Yeah, there's a lot of runners, but I don't
There's
know.
a few stoppers,
I don't.
too.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
They've been run a few times now. They've been on the rodeo trail harder than you, Rump.
I know. But
Yep,
but
we're just
Hambone was right. Like steers are hard to find.
Oh, yeah.
Because
It's gotten
I want to
harder
do
lately.
that. I mean, I've commented. You posted an old picture on your Facebook of a big old steer. You know, a guy bulldog, and I'm like, I want that at the Fiesta, because that's
That'd
what it
be
started out
badass.
as. You know,
Yeah.
it was a steer wrestling and a tie down roping. But our problem is, and we've talked about it a few times, but problem is with a 600-foot arena, there's only so many teams of horses, right?
yeah.
You know, and so the splits would just kill us.
Just be cowboy.
Well, you know, catfish of
Cowboy, cowboy.
alfalfas.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, I don't think you're not going to have all these horses like here. Right?
Oh, a little late on the old lining side right there.
Rump, isn't
Ooh.
it crazy how now, like, and I do it too, but like how nobody like puts a lot of runs on their horses now.
Oh, everybody's weird about it, but Alf said back when he had catfish, which they won $1 million on catfish back in the 80s, early 80s, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, easy,
And
yeah.
at catfish
Maybe
one
two.
year,
It was 2 million.
yeah. Hambone, listen to this.
I am.
At Fort Worth, Alf mounted 30 guys on catfish at the slack. That's what he
Holy cow.
told me. I don't know if it's,
Oh yeah, I
if
believe
it's
it.
true. I
Well,
don't-
even if it's half a lie, that's 15 guys. That's a lot.
Hey, no, I got one better than that. Roy Duval mounted 50 or 60 on whiskey at Houston when there was 150 or 200 guys entered.
damn.
No shit. Ask Riley. He's here.
But I
It's
mean,
true
if-
story.
If you got a horse that can take it, I mean, I don't know, but horses were tougher back then. You look at these pussy horses now riding in air ride 3-axle bloomer trailers. Back in the 80s when those guys had bumper pulls hooked on the shitty trucks.
Did they even
just-
ride boots on horses back then?
Just breathing,
run 'em.
just blowing diesel smoke in their nose.
Oh, Jace Melvin. He might be good
You-
run right there.
Do you remember that bulldogging horse, Scooter, old bad motor Scooter
Oh, definitely.
of old Pops?
One of the best.
He had that Bruton easy pull steel bumper pull trailer
Scotty.
hooked onto that Scotty and just pouring him the fuel. And those
Just-
horses,
Just smoke, Marlboro's smoke coming out of the Scotty when we
Yeah.
got there.
What was that team that Alf had when Sid won the world? He had
Well,
a black horse,
I
wasn't
don't think that was his team. I think
Hazen
that
horse
black
was
horse. I think that black horse was actually Magic's of Spud Duval's.
No, incorrect.
Was
Oh.
it not? Okay. All right.
it? Let's go to our resident.
I've been wrong.
The Hazen horse was Alf's. The bulldogging horses were Sid's. Both of them.
Gotcha.
They bulldogged on the Hazen
There's a
horse
run.
at the NFR too.
is
That
that?
Alf was riding.
Oh, that's
Durka.
Dirk Tavener.
He's been winning.
I wish the screen went out. It's kind of hard to see. When we first sat down, we're like, "This will be perfect."
3-3.
3-3.
3-3.
He was 3-3.
for the Dirkster.
That could have been a
Jesus.
3-3. Come on, Scott, quick.
Scott was quick on the flag. Hell.
Damn. Straight knifey and
Speaking of the older crew, Tommy Cook was here the other night.
TC.
Oh my God, Shag! You should. One of the greatest things I've ever seen Rump do is back when he would.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Jump on from a horse, and we were at Eldorado days, and he. I think we've told this story. It doesn't matter.
Still good though. Go ahead.
He goes and he's got Tommy's horse, and it's got the blinder on, you know. And this steer, comes in front of him hard.
Coming left.
And Rump can't stop us. Sarley's plugging. And so I'm thinking he's going to flip him, and I'm going, oh, my God, oh,
Someone's
my
about
God,
to die.
oh, my God. Because he's white-knuckled pulling back on this horse, and he's just charging forward. And the steer's doing the old side pass. I mean, he's literally right in front of the horse.
What if you'd have flipped
He didn't
him?
wreck. Thank God he didn't wreck, but he got to the end, and old Bear was panting pretty good.
Smack the buck and shoots.
He did.
Speaking of that, that shit does not feel good.
Oh.
Yeah, still doesn't bend too easy, does it?
Yeah, when
Hell no.
Ronnie Fields is when he hit the buck and shoots in the NFR that one year in the Bulldog, and he was riding Zan and
Jumped into him.
and I mean just douched him. He made him. He had Prefert yellow on his body for a while.
Dude, I hit them bastards
There's another
too.
big dude, Ronnie Fields. That's from that generation.
Ronnie Fields, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He was part of the Dean Gorsuch era.
Hey, them guys did some winning. It was like
Yeah, they did.
Dean, Ronnie, Stockton, Chancey Larson, Raggets. They rode Zan and just ding their
It's
ass.
funny that you say Chancey Larson because I saw him the other day at Strong City, and
Yeah.
I said that was the best steer wrestler that never made the finals.
True.
Yeah.
Chancey Bulldog good. He won everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
How did he not make the finals?
Tough on the streets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of tough, that steer.
that one don't want to lay down.
Yeah, Chance just eases around them circuit rodeos and goes to them amateur rodeos and beats them boys up.
And he rodeoed hard. Like, for a while, like Chancey, if there was a steer wrestling jackpot in the medium on I-70 the day after Denver, he would be entered in it. Like, Chancey was there, but that's like Shane. Shane Henderson's the same way.
Shaner.
Everybody entered everywhere. And
Hey, is this guy Hazen Bulldogging wearing a Mobetta?
boy, that is an old school shirt right there. No, that's too good a looking of a shirt to be Mobetta. Be a Mobetta shirt, it's got to look a lot more terrible than that.
Kind of more pinkish, neonish.
and faded from like years of starch.
I wonder if this is one of those guys that wears the same shirt every time.
Yeah.
Well, you see that hat seen a better day. Who is this?
I don't know who this is. It's maybe a Jody. Looks like one of the Jodys.
Is it Laramie Warren?
No, I know Laramie. It's not Laramie. It's a Jody. Last name maybe Jody.
Or Begay. I'm just going
Or it
to
might
throw a
be.
guess.
We're getting close to. Yeah. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Nobody listening cares.
Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, what does
It's
this
a
mean?
multicolored shirt. Actually, it looks like a shirt that looks like the background to the Saved by the Bell logo from the TV show.
Great show, by the way.
Still is a great show.
You ever stared into Zach Morris's eyes?
Slater.
Who's the Zach Morris of the Bulldoggers right now?
Zach Morris of the Bulldoggers.
Probably Wagasback.
Yeah.
Where he's
No,
like cool
he's
and
not
got
that.
good
Yeah,
hair.
but he's not that good looking though.
Who's even better? Who's the Screech?
You.
Oh, y'all suck.
You're gonna quit bulldogging and go make pornos.
God, I ain't got near enough curls, man. To be Screech.
Screech died.
No shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like, damn.
Sorry about that.
No man, bring that down.
Golly.
Michael Bates Jr.
Here's
MBJ.
this is Payton. He was asking about
Yeah, here's
Payton.
Payton.
I like this dude. He's built like Patrick Greenleaf.
No kidding, he is, isn't he?
It looks like Patrick Greenleaf. The first time I saw him, I didn't know Patrick was entered here.
No shit.
Oh, Bulldog and Slack.
So where are you guys going again next? You're going to Idaho or something, right?
I'm going to Burke, South Dakota.
South Dakota.
His very first
Not even
rodeo
close.
he's ever done in PRCA.
Really?
Right, wasn't it?
Not in the PRCA, but
Oh, it's an amateur rodeo.
No, it's a PRC rodeo this year. It wasn't when I was there.
Gotcha.
I've never even
Oh,
heard
yeah,
of that
your first
rodeo.
three-
How much, is it ad good?
Clovis was your first PRCA.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. No,
Clovis, New Mexico, not California.
it's a good rodeo. Burke, South Dakota is a really good little rodeo. I'm gonna duck off for a few days and not have a rodeo or
We're doing Sunday Fun Day here.
yeah.
I go to Casper next. We don't start till Tuesday, and
was-
it's what I call plug and play, where I don't have the sound. So, yeah, we don't have to really get there.
I was wanting to rent a pontoon boat tomorrow.
$60 an hour to go around the lake, but they can't even swim off of it. I'm like, screw that.
Bullshit. We did one time.
Did you? Did they come out and get you?
Nah.
You know what they call the pontoon boat?
Jule peed off of it too.
Oh, gross. He didn't jump in the water, but he peed off the back of it.
Yeah.
We need to get Jule over here. Where's Jule at?
He's walking around over there. There he is. Right there.
We need to get him.
No, I don't know if we want Jule.
Yes, we need Jule because
Jule takes
Bring
stuff
him.
too far. But I guess we could hit the edit button.
I like how he says we can hit the edit button.
We as a couple.
We as in me.
You know Jule go way back, huh? Like a Cadillac?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me and Jule been friends a long time.
Jule.
No, he's trying to get ready to bulldog.
Bullshit, he better not be. I mean, I'll get turned out.
You know what else I like is when bulldoggers get around and somebody has a good run, then they do the high five thing.
Yeah.
Like, bulldoggers support each other. Like, in other events, they're like, screw you. But, like, steer wrestlers, they kind of have each other's back pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we got a break in the action. I think somebody made a mistake because...
Oh, no.
Did somebody? Yeah, but if you nod your head on the wrong steer, it's your fault, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
I
Because-
don't know about that.
Well, if
I
they
didn't read my
think
rule
it
book.
is.
I thought the judge says, doesn't he say the steer's number to you?
If you run the wrong one, I'm pretty sure you got to redo.
No.
But isn't it
Sure.
the contestant's job to make sure they have the right draw?
Fuck, I mean,
Let's go to our residential bulldogger, Black Mindemann, who
Let's go.
knows everything else.
Kiss my ass. Ask Scott. Let's get Scott over here. He'll know.
I got a question real quick.
You got time.
You got to admit, here comes our
Here comes the judge.
pro official.
Pro official Scott Quick. Okay. If you run the wrong animal, is that not on you? Isn't it the contestants? Not in the time. Well, if you nod your head on the wrong bull, you're just an idiot. But, okay, in the time events, you do get a rerun. Okay.
So that's what we're dealing with
'Cause
right now.
It used to be a rule, right? If you didn't know your draw, you're an idiot, and it's your fault, and now you're out. Now
that
it's
what-
the judge's responsibility. Wow, could we coddle you
Is that what they
contestants
did?
anymore?
Is that what they did?
Okay,
Okay.
so nobody made a mistake.
Okay, so they got to finish the run. It's a draw thing.
Okay, so nobody
Okay.
messed up.
So nobody messed up.
Perfect.
Nobody back to work.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Scott Quick, our resident judge, our flag man today.
So
He's no bulldogger.
essentially, we've made rules where we're coddling contestants even more than they have to be.
as we're surrounded by
Did
contestants.
you, I mean, that was it in high school rodeo. If you ran the wrong steer, well, that's your fault.
Man, that's rodeoing right there. High school rodeo was so much easier than doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to enter one rodeo weekend.
I mean, and it was fun though, was it
Yeah,
not?
oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
damn.
yeah. You really
Shit.
were you really there to rodeo or chase chicks? I mean, I know where my priorities were.
Well, it was fun, like I said.
that's where I met.
I wasn't very good, so didn't have to worry about much.
That's where I met Clay Mindemann. Was back in the day too.
Oh yeah,
So I think me and Clay are the same age.
pretty close.
But
How
yeah,
old are you?
I'm 40.
He's 30, just turned 39. So yeah.
But honestly, though, this is a very high school rodeo feel. It's a Saturday. There's like a buttload of contestants here.
300 runs.
Except for
In
we
slack.
we do have a rodeo tonight.
So it's literally gonna.
Oh.
We're gonna barely have enough time to drag the arena to start the perf tonight.
The drill team comes on at 6:04. So
No, actually, it's 6:30.
Oh.
But anyways,
What time is it?
12:57.
when you talk about high school rodeo and you see high school rodeo kids as you were, because I remember before you were bulldogging, when you were just hanging out at bulldogging jackpots, but like you see these kids and you like all they want to do is make the finals. That's all anybody wants to do. But you know, really at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think a lot of these younger people know what it takes to go down the road. I mean,
I didn't.
it's good. Like, you never want to complain, but it is so much more than just bulldogging.
Oh man, yeah, it's a lot of hard work, mentally, physically, and just being around the right people. Stuff falling your way. I mean, yeah, you're exactly right, dude. It ain't easy.
Yeah, high school rodeos are easy because there's like 8 bulldoggers, maybe 12.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know
yeah.
everybody. You get there the day before. You set up camp. You wait for the hot chicks to get done tying goats, and
You steal one of your dad's beers that's on the bottom of the cooler because they're not supposed to have any.
you beat Jeff Miller in the bulldogging like I used to do.
Isn't it crazy though how like you see kids come from high school that whip ass, and they get into this, and it's kind of it's a little bit of shell shock, I bet, for them because they're like used to just winning, and then they get their ass kicked a little bit.
Well,
They're
I think that's why some people never make it out of college rodeo. Oh, the guy bulldogging is Rooster Yazzie,
oh, that is Rooster.
Coyote Canyon,
Okay.
New Mexico.
I mean, how about the Rooster Yazzie from
Rooster
Coyote
Yazzie.
Canyon?
But yeah, it's a culture shock because like even at college rodeos, it's kind of fun and it's laid back and you're there with your friends, and then you get out on the road, you're with 4 people and everybody hates you, and if you don't win, you lose all your money and
Oh yeah.
you get the shit fined out of you.
You're actually.
God,
I mean,
do we have another miss nod again? Or miss? Who's
Is that
running
2
the
for
latch?
Rooster Yazzie?
Who is opening the latch?
big nod, cowboy, like Hambone said.
Nod your face.
Big nod, son. Big nod. What happened there?
There's old Payton.
Payton. What happened? Missed the gate? Gosh,
That's
dang.
2 in a
Dirk,
row.
3-3.
Did he do?
Holy shit! All
Did
that
he-
guy's done.
Did he
win.
do this for a nod?
He did the mouth twitch. Yeah. It's not a nod. It's not a nod if you raise your eyebrows.
Better.
I
you
would.
should get
I would
Bill
rather
there.
run the out gate at the rough stock end than open the time event shoot.
Because like I said,
that job sucks.
One mistake and you're an asshole.
Rump, you've run the gate a bunch, huh?
Yeah.
You remember that the time you was running the gate in Cody?
Yeah.
You got to be committed, right, Peyton?
Now that you're here, Blake, and you can verify that I'm not lying, Blake was backing the box to rope a calf at Cody, and this guy was crap talking him and being a real asshole and wouldn't shut up. And I jumped over the barrier and beat the shit out of this guy and drug him out back and choked him down.
Well, I already wore him out pretty good. You just kind of finished him off.
The truth shall set you
No,
free.
hey Rump, no, it was we kind of tangled up a little bit, and then here come Big Bear, and TJ Clark, he grabbed me, peeled me off. He's like, hold on. I was like, fuck, let's go. And Rump, he got the guy by the throat, and he leans back, and he's got him off the air, and he's fighting for air pretty aggressively. And we're like, Rump, let him down, let him down.
That was the old jail rump. I don't condone fighting anymore.
Who
but
was that guy?
No one ever saw him. He looked like Slim Shady, but he roped calves.
Straight doucher.
Yeah, huge doucher.
Oh yeah. There was a few of those at the night rodeo.
Yeah, they'll come through. You get douchers that come through the night rodeo. You see one time, and you'll never see them again.
Hey, do you remember the story about Jade Berry? It was like day 82 of Cody Night Rodeo. We were pretty well over it.
When you just don't care about
Yeah.
life.
You get like that about July 8th or somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Rump?
Oh, I guarantee that.
And it was a little further in August than July 8th. And Jade, he was nowhere to be found. He run the strip and shoot. He was sitting on the back, and they're doing the opening, and here comes Jade. He's walking around the front of the chute, and he's got his shirt unbuttoned all the way down, pretty much untucked. His lace-up boots unlaced, jeans tucked in them, hat cocked back, sunglasses on, smoking a cigarette, walking right in front of the chute. And one of them douchers, I don't remember which one it was like, "You need to look a little more professional, Jade." Jade, he took him a big drag off his cigarette, and he pulled it off his mouth, and he blowed his smoke in his face, and he said, "This ain't a effing professional rodeo, bud," and walked off in the back. I'll never forget it. I thought, oh, well, there you go.
That Jade is funny.
Oh, he's a funny cat.
You notice one thing, Rump, that none of the guys are walking close to us because I don't
blame
think
them.
they want to really be on, I guess.
Well,
I really want to get Jule over here.
he's right there, isn't he? Is that him? Oh, yeah. No, that ain't him.
That's not him.
Oh, he's right there. There he is.
Jule!
Talking shit. Let's see if we can get somebody to maybe relay the message to him.
Call him. We need to call him. Okay. Somebody call him. Get him.
I'll call him.
Is Matt Reeves not entered here?
No, man, it's not going very hard this year.
No comment.
Didn't know if he'd be the big in Canada.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
he
he's
is.
hurt.
Like there goes the Bulldoggers over to check that draw sheet.
There's Riley Duval. Get him over here.
Riley!
Riley's always good for a quick talk.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, Riley, keep walking.
I ain't asking you to do push-ups.
You know who always was nice to me? Every other Duval except for Riley.
All right.
Wonder what old Spud Duval's doing nowadays.
Man, I heard his they had a bunch
there
of.
he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Sit down here real
Here.
quick.
Told you I wasn't riding by. Yeah, they've crashed.
We were talking about the old Duval jackpot.
Yeah, this will only take a second. Tell us how awesome the old days of the Duval Jackpots were.
They were insane.
Like,
I mean, beer drinking, gambling, fighting.
That's
Other
what
stuff
we
we
just
can't
said.
talk about. I've seen this guy match. Were you in your underwear when you matched, or was that Wes? I think that was Wes Merrill. They had a shoot dogging match. You had to, in your underwear. You had to throw a steer, run to the back end, and chug a beer.
God, that's amazing.
But
Let's do that today.
they used to stop the Jackpot, and 2 guys would bet on which light pole this bug would fly to. Like $500-600 cash, I swear.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to those days?
Right. One year they brought the Oklahoma State champion arm wrestler in a table and everything to arm wrestle Mike Smith, and Mike kicked his ass twice in like 30 seconds.
Holy shit. I want to do that. Have you seen those Russian slap contests?
Yeah.
I want to do that sometime with bulldoggers.
I'll watch.
But all the bulldoggers were really
who
like,
would win that contest?
they don't want anybody slapping them, so they turn.
Oh my
they'd be a
gosh,
fight.
I don't know. Jule on a bad day would be pretty good. if you get him mad like yesterday when he came over that park, that'd be pretty good.
He's up next. We finally got him over here. We've been yelling at him for 30 minutes. We're going to
Ladies
get
and
you on
gentlemen,
there in a second, Jule, to talk
The
some
one and only.
talk some shit. But
Get it?
The last of the old school.
No, I'm done.
no, that's it. Riley's
Riley,
got to
you can
go
back. Riley was going.
Riley's got to go see what Steer's
RümpChät
going to.
is the tits.
Yes.
That's right. Riley's got to go see what Steer's going to set up on him again.
Hey, but he did not ride by.
Dan never.
He can't hardly walk right now, but he did not ride by.
Our
Joining
good
us,
buddy Riley Duval.
joining us right now.
Yeah, introduce our next victim.
Not a victim, a good friend of mine for years and years. The guy he didn't even start bulldogging until in high school, and he used to be really skinny, and he wore khaki pants all the time, and he was a very good basketball player. He was, and I actually was a traveling partner with him. He's a good friend, and he still is. The one and only from Protection, Kansas, NFR Bulldogger, Jule Hazen.
Hello, how are you guys?
The story I like to tell about Jule, though, is at Guyman, when we're all bulldogging, we're 4 deep. We were 5 deep, and we were in Shane Henderson's trailer. And that night, me and Jule, we had to sleep together on the couch, as bulldoggers often have to share a bed. And we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre on VHS. And the whole time, Jules go, "Oh, my God, I can't handle this. I can't handle this." So we go to sleep, and I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Jule is over the top of me, and he's got the blankets where I can't move my arms, and he's choking me. And while he's choking me, he reaches down and just starts punching the shit out of my eye. I mean, punching me hard. And he's going, "No!" And then he starts choking. I'm going, "Ow, ow." And Shane and Henderson and Tyson Brenton and Drew Melvin, they're up in the top bed, and they're all watching. And then Jule just stands up and starts crying. He goes, "If you ever come down the hill, I'll kill you." And then he just lays down and goes back to sleep. And the next morning, we get up and we're getting ready for slack, and I'm outside, and Jule goes, "What happened to your eye?" I said, "You punched the shit out of me, Jule." I said, "You don't remember that?" He said, "No." He goes, "Man, sometimes I act out things I watch before bed." And I'm like, "Man, I am so glad we did not watch a porno, because he would have had me." Is that not the truth, Jule?
Somewhat the truth.
Well, tell me how that wasn't the truth.
Oh, I just whipped your butt in my sleep.
But you don't remember it.
No, I don't.
The second time Jule hurt me was after Tucson when he broke the barrier. He's got a head stall in his hand, and he's going to hit the side of the trailer. I just happened to be walking around the end of the trailer, and he goes to swing that bit, and the old bit catches me right in the melon. I was going to whip him, but I decided not to. So,
Yeah, I kind of have a temper.
no, I wouldn't say you have a temper. Well, I mean, sometimes, but as a bulldog, you got to have a temper. Yeah. We've been talking to all things bulldogging, talking shit. And the bulldogging's going pretty good here. I mean, 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3, 3-6.
3-3.
Maybe if you could have caught your steer, you would have been 3-3, huh, Jule? I'm just kidding.
He's gonna whoop your ass when he's awake too.
No, I'm just messing with
There's
Jule.
a few stoppers up
Hey,
here.
Jule, let's hear some Let's hear some shit on Big Bear here. I mean, tell it. No matter what
Tell
it is.
about 101 Fort Smith.
Can we tell some good stories?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
legit-
Hey,
Yes.
no, we're not.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we can.
No, we're not.
Sorry,
Hambone.
cop, that's not what's in my pants.
Yes. Yep. It's all right. I muted him. Go ahead.
No,
You're
that's
such a, why?
that's not one I want out there. It's not that bad,
It's
but
not a secret.
Well, I got a good one from Fort Smith.
yeah, thank
And,
you.
I mean, it was good. This is back when Rump, had the long hair.
Yeah,
It wasn't a party in the back. It was more of a party in the front that folded back.
it was the Kurt Cobain.
And then, so back when we were younger, like we are now, except for Rump, I think he's got a lot of money now. But
Oh yeah.
Rump always broke. Couldn't ever put fuel in the truck.
Nope.
Well, he may have the money, but he still acts that way.
So we get to Fort Smith, and he draws one of the worst ones. Well, Stockton Graves was like 6'8" on him.
Yeah.
Somebody else
Suck
is long.
it, Stockton. No, I'm just kidding,
And-
Stockton.
Rump writes rock and roll. It's on TV back then. He writes rock and roll on his knuckles. He blows the barrier back,
Rock on one hand, roll on the other.
blows the barrier back, and does slam him. Like, he's 3'4". Wins the round, wins the average. He jumps up doing the head banging, hair everywhere, runs over to the camera, punches the camera with both knuckles. Rock and roll! Me screaming.
Oh my God, we've got to find this footage.
Well, this story even gets way better because he didn't want to tell about the cop, nothing in my pants story. Well, our other traveling partner, we'd bet him, and he'd lost a lot of money in cards. He had to dance with the biggest girl at the bar. So he danced with her a few dances and line dances and what all. Well, Drew sees this girl at him Rump up and says, hey, is talking to him, and Rump's just being nice. Well, Drew and I, we left as fast as we could to go to the other bar.
Yeah, they left me there.
So Rump had to catch a ride with this girl, and she was called the Redneck Woman. Like legit. She weighed lots and lots of pounds.
6'15".
Lots and lots of pounds.
She drove a 1976 Ford Bronco two-tone, and it said Redneck Girl on the back of it.
Yeah.
So Rump and I are in line at this bar. Or not Rump. Drew and I were in line with this bar, and we hear Rump screaming at the top of his lungs, guys, wait on me. And we see him, so we just duck in, like leave him. And here comes Rump, and they're like locked arms. Like she wouldn't let him go.
I tried to get away. I went to the bathroom, and she stood outside and waited for him, didn't she?
No, she went in there with you.
That's right.
But
Not clear in, I mean, in the foyer.
Well, she'd come out, and she's going to buy us all drinks. And she says, I need 3 Coors Lights, 3 tequila shots, and something else. I don't remember what it was. Rump's like, no, we don't want tequila shots. He goes, oh, babe, these are for me. And she slammed all 3 of them.
She
and then
did,
turned
in a row.
and punched him right in the chest.
Yeah. And she
Yeah.
called me a naughty name. She's like, I'm taking you home. I'm like, no, you're not.
God, she probably had a bigger wiener than you do.
I never got to that part. She gave me a ride back to the motel, or not to the motel, back to the rodeo grounds. And these guys were in the trailer. She's like, where's your trailer? I'm coming in. I'm like, no, you're not. So
she wouldn't have fit.
She goes, seriously, where's your trailer? So I took her over there, and I just pointed to a random trailer. And then when she went to roll out, I jumped out on foot and had to run and hide in a stall for a while. And I got back to the trailer about 3 o'clock in the morning, and those guys had the light on. I said, turn the lights off. Nobody move. And we looked out, and she was literally driving by looking for me, trying to hunt me down.
That was also the night you put like 15 bumper stickers on Shane's trailer. And
Yeah.
Missy was not very proud.
Yeah, I got in the beer and bought $150 worth of bumper stickers to say, show me your Hooters. I was going to sell them and make money, but all I'd end up doing was giving them away.
And then turns out Rump couldn't buy fuel again because he spent it on bumper stickers.
Well, but you got to admit, those bumper stickers were going to make money, which they didn't. But speaking of trailers and bumper stickers, we were talking about your fun trip down the side of the mountain on the way to Estes Park.
What part of fun was that?
Well, tell us about it.
I was scared to death. I about started crying.
So your brakes are average at best. You have a semi with a big trailer.
Yes.
And not a lot of brakes, being from Kansas where there's no mountains. And you guys thought it'd be quicker to take the largest mountain pass in the United States?
Well, one guy took the long route, and he ran up. If he had been the third guy out, he'd have been turned out. I was the second guy, so we had to do it.
Sketchy.
My hands were sweaty. It was cold. It's cold up there.
Yeah.
Like you're above the tree line.
Yeah, there's still snow up there.
Yeah, and my hands were sweating profusely. I kept wiping them on Mindemann here, and he wouldn't shut up the whole time. He was so scared and nervous, he just kept jabbering.
Well, coming from a guy who's taken a runaway ramp before down the side of a mountain, it's scary, you know. There's not mountains in Kansas except for Mount Sunflower, which is not even really a mountain, you know. But I think that's down in your area.
Was it this mountain pass that you came over? This one over here, the Rocky Mountain National Park. You went through
paved road in North America.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ugh! I went through that with a Jeep and I was scared.
Yeah.
Let alone a semi and a horse trailer.
Semi, 5-horse trailer, longest rig alive around. Yeah, we would turn. I was way over the mustard. Way over the mustard. Cars wouldn't stop. About hitting cars, and the trailer was falling off the mayonnaise.
Oh.
Yeah, sketch.
Well, isn't there a sign that says no vehicles over 30 foot in length?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
There was. Oh, well, you made it here.
Yikes.
You made it here to Estes. You got another one here in a minute. Do you know what you drew yet?
Nope. Probably a stopper.
Well, there's several stoppers, but I mean, there's
some good ones.
Hunter said every time he draws into this set, it's a train wreck. Every time.
Yeah.
This set of steers from Jace.
Well, that's kind of been about every set for me this year.
Yeah.
Has it been a little rough?
It's been rough.
Right. But, I mean, that's the thing about rodeo. And you hit a good lick. I mean, it don't take long to get back. You know?
That's right. You're always one steer away.
Going into July, Cheyenne going to be back 100%, which that rodeo can change some stuff because you can win some dough there.
You can?
Well, I mean, I can't, but.
Did it go back to the old format?
No. We did not enter it.
Oh.
Because you can run a steer for $1,000 there and maybe die.
So what happened on that? Because wasn't that a deal where the Bulldoggers said, well, like, we're not going to enter it? Because I don't know because I'm out of the game, but tell us what that was about.
Yeah, it's just dumb. You go there, you run 5 or 6 steers. It's hard on horses for one, hard on your body and then you run a steer for $1,000.
So where's all the money come in then?
It's supposed to all go to the winner at the end.
So the rounds only pay $1,000
at first, and then they do get a little better. But used to, like, guys, if they did good, could win 20, 25,000. Now, if you max win everything, you win like 12.
Yeah, screw that. Like I said, I was never that good at the old running one down the pin anyway, but.
No, you like the old non-ride, hit them round head right here, stand up, duck for the panties.
Yeah, yeah. Heads up, here they come, 3.2. That's kind of my number. It's not a huge deal. Well, we're getting right here in the middle of the redraw.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if this slack will be over by the perf tonight.
Yeah, they still.
It's going to be tight.
But the only thing about the tie-down roping, I guess, is it's one head. It's just a one header, so that'll save a bunch. Otherwise, it would be into the perf if that was two head.
Got 71 Bulldoggers.
No.
41 tie downs, and 53 tie down.
They started slack at 10. I was
surprised. I think maybe it's because do they normally get this many entries here? Or
no, this is probably.
They're probably not used to having this many guys, so they always have done it at 10. You know, but I tell you what, this is not a bad place to have slack.
No way.
It's 74 degrees. I'm telling y'all, if you can bring the family to one, this is one to come to.
And your family just got here today, right, Jule?
Yep, yeah.
Kids
here.
come up, Heidi, and she's a Kansas girl. Of course, Jule, Kansas High School Rodeo. Jule had a company where he made a lot of money there for a while. He had a bumper pull trailer, and he was having goat ropings and made a shit ton of money off goat ropings. He did.
Yeah.
You'd bring your goats and set up the pen, and then you charge those kids $20, and you'd keep like 18 and put 2 in the pot or something. Or what was the deal on that?
No, we charged $4 a team, but 2 went in our pockets, 2 went to the pot.
And
so we held out 50%.
Then they would just rope goats for just days.
It's like that. It's like that joke. I've been a stock contractor for 10 minutes, and I'm already screwing you over.
There was one kid. He was probably 12 years old. He won every hole in one roping. He made $1,400. It got to be too big a roping. I will say that. We let it go on all day. He won $1,400. His mom came over there mad. I mean, chapped. Threw all that $1,400 in my face. Like, my kid shouldn't be able to win that much. And I was like, thank you. You know, like.
You kept it, you crummy bastard.
Well, I said he earned it, but she didn't want it. She was mad.
Okay, let's back up. What kind of mom?
Son made money?
Because he made that much.
What kind of mom is going to go, don't give my son $1,400?
Yeah, if that was the Rumfords.
The kind of mom that had a lot of money to start with.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
If
I
that
don't know.
if that had been Rump, Bronco would have been like, oh my God, that sounds pretty good. And he stuck it in his pocket.
Yeah, Bronco would have been, hey,
you got any of that $1,400 left?
Bronco's the one that thought that our idea was so good. He kept he just sit over and watch, giggle.
Oh my gosh! Well, there's a lot of dudes that are doing the old goat ropings now. There's a guy in Abbeville, Hunter Basie, that's all he does. He's got like a portable arena and everything.
Really?
They just rock around roping goats, making dough.
Last year at Sydney, there, Cade Smith, who's Shad Smith, the bull guy's there, his son. It was awesome. These Cade and Larry Holt's boy. Anyway, I can't remember his name. They're two boys. They're like 13 years old, and they went and got goats, and they got panels. They had to get somebody to drive them, the truck and trailer, to the rodeo grounds to set up. They couldn't even drive there, and after they made a killing.
Yeah.
All of contestants went over there and roped goats till like 3 in.
If you had a goat roping with your own beer stand,
Ryan, that's his name, Ryan Holt. There you go.
If you sold $2 beers and $4 runs in the goat roping, you would be so wealthy.
Right.
Like there is ways to make money in rodeo, and 1 is selling beer and 2 is goat ropings.
3 is being a rodeo clown.
4 is being a sound man. Yeah.
Now you actually have to have equipment.
Back to a Rump story. I was just saying about.
Thank you.
This is good. Like, it's a good one. But like, have you ever talked about how you pay for fuel sometimes?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
No.
Okay, I am muting Rump. Go ahead.
So, one time you didn't have enough money to put your tank in the pickup.
I remember.
And Shane and Missy had a dog named Axel, who's a red heeler.
He was a white heeler when I was around.
But he shed a bunch. And Rump always loved nachos, those cheap nachos you get with the nacho machine.
Yeah, in the truck stop, yeah.
So the pickup would always
sauce it.
Always have like 5 or 6 of these containers in them because Rump never threw them away either. And
I know
this one was underneath the back seat where Axel had laid right next to all summer.
No, it wasn't all summer. It was one weekend. That cheese was relatively fresh.
It was crusty.
It wasn't.
And it had an inch of dog hair on it. So Shane says, Rump, for your tank, I'll put it in if you lick that plumb clean. And I'm talking an inch of dog hair.
Wasn't that bad.
Shag's
It was that bad.
But the fuel was pretty expensive, so that little bit of cheese that I had to lick up was worth about $120. So
fuel now is like $3.50 a gallon. Back then it was $1.
It seemed like it was more than that, but at the time, when you don't have money and you want a rodeo,
I was in the back seat with them. We were going down the road. I had to jump out and gag. I was puking.
It wasn't that bad.
It was that bad.
There was not that much hair on it, and that nachos weren't that old.
I'm thinking about gagging right now. Remember.
Disgusting.
The cheese was crusty.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. When you want a rodeo, you do what you got to do. Like, what?
That's terrible.
I wanted a rodeo. I just never won enough to make any money and never had a job. So.
No, you won enough. You just always bought stickers that said, show me your Hooters or...
I invested it, Jule. I invested it into my other companies at the time.
You're a big entrepreneur, you.
Well, I did make a lot of money. I bought all those pumpkins that one year and sold pumpkins outside my house there in Alva, and I made like $30. Back then in Alva, you could buy a 24-ounce can of Keystone Light beer at the Ampride for $1. You walk into Ampride with $30, dude.
You's getting smoked.
You're a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I miss those days in Alva. You got to be around Alva a little bit.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time that listen to RümpChät, they're like, is Alva, that town you talk about, is it really that cool? I'm like, actually, it is that cool. Maybe I should go back there and help Stockton coach a little bit.
Yeah. Like you could poop yourself and the girls don't even mind.
No.
Yeah, you could teach ethics.
I could. There's a lot I could do at Alva. I got a letter, actually, from the president of the university that said, thank you for mentioning Northwestern in all my rodeos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And sometimes they get mad, like,
I don't know if I'd thank you. I mean, I don't know how great a spokesman you are.
there goes Chuck Kite, speaking of spokesman. Oh, man.
Chuck Kite.
You guys are so stupid. I got my list right here, and everybody's got it jacked up.
Those dumb sons of bitches.
Oh, you dough ass.
Got my Copenhagen in my back pocket.
I wish.
I bet he's got his pliers on him, too.
No, he don't do the pliers. I made so much fun of him for carrying pliers, he quit doing it.
Aw. You know what? Pretty handy to when you need a set of pliers, though, it's pretty handy to have
I
them
thought you were going to
bastards.
need some last night for your motorcycle.
I ran out of gas.
That was hilarious.
Ran out of gas.
Well, you know what? Hey, you know the true story to this. So, and to all of our listeners, you know how Rump's motorcycle act goes. You know, it's just like Troy Learwell.
Gosh, don't.
Here's a guy, we paid him $20,000 and
Everybody
blah,
always.
blah, blah, blah.
I get catch too much crap for everything.
Okay. Quit being a bitch. So, anyway, Andy Sadler, our announcer, he's like, here's, I don't know, blah, 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 John Smith, ta-da, nothing. Usually Rump comes out, hey, y'all, I don't think you're loud enough. We need to be louder. So then they introduce the guy again. Nothing. And then he goes, okay, here's the deal. Andy introduces him 3 times. There is no J.R. Rumford anywhere to be found. And I've got, obviously I can talk in his ear. And I'm going, Rump, hello.
Yeah, no,
Rump.
you're being yelled at. Hey, it's your act. Like you were really on it. You were really upset.
Well, I didn't. I ended up being that way, but I didn't start that way.
Yeah.
Anywho, the point is, this guy was in the shitter.
I had to go.
He's had a problem with this his whole life.
I know.
hasn't he?
I was right by the fence, and there was 2 broncs left. I'm like, okay, I can make it till after the bronc riding. With 1 bronc left, I'm like, I ain't gonna make it. I gotta go now. So I was in the porta potty over there, right behind there. So I was right by the arena, and everybody's like looking for me, and I shout, I'm in here, but nobody heard. But it's all good. I got out. The act was good. The perf was good.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
You know what?
He was in there taking a shit, and I'm going, Rump, where are you, dumb son of a bitch?
But you know what? The crowd never knew. It was all part of the build-up. I feel.
That's true. That's true.
Well, shit. How many hours we?
I
in
don't
on
know.
this?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think
We're like 2 hours in.
no, actually an hour. And
Oh, here's
12.
Hunter.
Oh, hey. There's our good friend Hunter. Hunter Cure. We're not going to call him Turnout Tina anymore. We're going to call him Setup Tina. Because that's what he draws.
And Hunter was wearing old man shoes this morning. He's wearing the Bronc Rumford line of the Justin Boot slip-ons.
I feel like Roper makes some of the most comfortable slip-ons out there. So
Oh, I see what you just did. Those are Ropers.
absolutely, they got a factory warehouse sale about once every other month down here in Aurora, Colorado.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Hunter, you landed right on your butt cheeks last night. Pretty hard.
Yeah, but at least I got to keep my teeth after that whole event.
Yeah.
It's the small things in life.
The best part was when you stood up, you did the not today sign, but you weren't trying to say not today. You were saying something else.
Yeah, I was trying to be politically correct in front of the camera and not say what the screaming, raging thoughts were going through my mind.
Screaming, raging thoughts. What about Reno? How awesome was that? The champ.
Sometimes in life you got your places, and I figured out that Prescott is definitely not for me. I've got a scar on my right butt cheek where I missed 2 there right in a row. But on the flip side, for every bad one that you have, there's got to be a good one, and Reno seems to be it. I'm waiting to see what Nampa holds next.
Are these stairs going to be at Nampa?
No.
Shaggy hopes that they're not going to be there, but
Barty.
Bartees is what Jule says. All right.
Are they good?
Yeah.
There's opportunity in them.
Uneven, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bulldogging.
See, that's what I like about Bulldoggers. It doesn't matter if they're all just big honking bastards, 525 pounds. As long as they're all even, you guys don't give a shit. They could be all shitty. If they're even, at least everybody's, it's more equal playing field. That's what I like about you.
What did you just say, Blake?
Red Lodge.
Yeah, like Red Lodge. I mean, you could stick it on one and also not wear a shirt when you come out of the arena. But it was even for everybody. Everybody had a chance to get their shirt tore off. If the bareback riders would take this into account and have every horse just hot lap the arena and see who did the best job, there's no reason to complain.
Kind of like last night.
Do or die with the circle I.
That was Hunter Cure, everybody.
Yeah,
Hunter Cure. Hunter Cure. Holiday, Texas. What?
Yeah, Dundee. It used to be a community, have a post office and stuff like that, and a school, but, the 60s are over with, and there's only about 12 of us left out there now. So kids have to, commute 15 miles every day to school. But they, get a better than Oklahoma education there, so that's good.
That's a burn on me, I guess. Well,
yeah, what did he say today? We were talking about real estate, and Rump goes, "Well, that's why I like Oklahoma. Nobody wants to move there."
Well,
and Hunter said not even the Indians wanted to go there.
No, I didn't mean like that, but if you look at all these fancy places, especially in Estes Park, you get all these crazy people from other states that move here and then want to be crazy, from where they came from, and nobody goes, you know where I want to move to? Pawhuska, Oklahoma. Ponca City. Ponca City's beautiful, but it's because everybody there, I don't know what am I trying to say here, Hunter?
Well, you're trying to say that, Ponca City, Oklahoma is not like Austin, Texas, which is merely just a Texas version of San Francisco.
Yeah.
It is our own little West Coast disaster all in itself.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
Hunter.
it tends to happen. They know about that in Colorado, too. Denver, things like that.
Yeah, Denver, Boulder areas.
Yeah. It seems the prettiest places in the world get consumed by liberals first.
Yeah. Haven't you seen Yellowstone?
Yeah,
Have you watched Yellowstone?
I've only seen season 1.
Ooh.
But I'm down for the long black train.
Rip, take him to the train station. Yellowstone's
I've never
badass.
seen one episode because
it's
too corny. Sometimes
it's very dark.
Even,
Have you seen it,
even the
Jule?
episode Tilden
It's
was
good.
in. Hey Tilden, you been on? Tilden was like, "Hey, you back on the circuit?"
Okay, but you know what?
I was like, "God, did they make you say that?"
Jules seen it. There are some corny parts to Yellowstone.
Yes, very corny.
But it's still pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of foul language.
Yeah.
But let's
But-
take him to the train station.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's can't beat that.
If you got a problem, that it just seems like you solve it yourself right there.
Yeah.
Don't rely on anybody else. Just get it handled.
Yeah.
I believe the world could always take a few more rips.
Yeah. I know I'd take to the train station.
Who?
Jule. Just kidding. You know that Jule doesn't listen to the radio while going down the road?
Why is that?
Blake
Jerry
told me that this
Dorenkamp
morning.
was the same way.
Well, I think, Shaggy, even if you don't listen, you're going to be in complete silence, deep meditation while holding that steering wheel. Blake will still be over there, either watching Netflix or just, jamming out to, I can't even say
Something.
You should have
to-
heard him coming off this big mountain.
They came through the pass.
Oh, yeah. Everybody should do that once,
Why?
but once.
It takes one time to die.
He just chattered the whole time. I mean, nonstop, and was sitting in my seat half of it.
Oh gosh, man.
I would have to shove him back.
We're too close. We're going to run off the edge.
Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so. Oh,
We're going to die. Look at the elk. Oh, there's so many elk.
did you guys see that world-class ground squirrel? Oh, that was a big ground squirrel.
Hey, I dropped a rock out my window, and I swear it went 2,000 feet to the ground. Just stuck my arm out the window.
Why were you hauling a rock?
Not that kind of rock.
Well, you guys are rodeoing hard this time of year.
I mean, harder than my crew's rolling now. So the one time that I went across the pass, we had this huge bloomer 5-horse behind us semi pulling it up in there, and when we got here to unload the horses, there was literally a 6 foot to 8 foot long tree branch off in there. It was as big around as my arm, and that was my one time through that. From there on, we will go around.
You had the tree branch, but no generator. Okay.
Apparently, there was a few pines that needed trimmed along that route.
Do you usually trim your bush, Hunter? Because if you do, don't forget Manscaped. You can enter Manscaped 20 on the RümpChät code and get percentage off. What?
But I'm glad you brought up Manscaped, because there's packages for Jacob Edler that would always show up at my house for Manscaped. I really personally liked getting them out, taking photos of them, showing them to my wife and all. Oh, look what Edler just got in the mail, the Lawnmower 4.0.
That is excellent. Well, if you want to order another one, use code RümpChät20, and you can have your own lawnmower, Hunter.
Jule asked to use my clippers the other day, and I said, yeah, as long as you don't hit your bush, I'm good with that. He went in the trailer. He come out beardless, but I'm still not 100% sure.
You might want to
Prove
use
the
some
rest, Jule.
You might want to use some
Rump.
alcohol on them next time.
Hey, Rump, do you remember when you used to use Tyson Brenton's razor to shave your pubes?
Yeah, I do.
And you thought every time you did, you drew pooch, so you did it like every day.
I did.
And never told him once.
Yeah, he got pretty upset when he finally found out about it. He's like, have you been using my razor? I said, yeah. He goes, you have a beard. I'm like, I know.
I don't know. Shaggy's face looks anything like his midsection. I don't know.
Like, man, I got some bumps, but I didn't use a razor this time. What the hell?
Is it carpet matched drapes? Speaking of ginger, we're surrounded by gingers. We got another. Hunter's a ginger. That's the new thing. When Shane Fry.
You're not cool unless you're a ginger.
Yeah, Riley Duvall says when Shane Fry whips one, you got to call it a ginger snap. So that's what you got to call it when you guys whip one.
We're talking about men or horses here.
Steers. Oh my God. What else?
Man, what do you think?
Man, I just think, I don't know. We should go get some Pendleton. You know, Pendleton's the fastest growing whiskey brand in the United States of America. 40% by alcohol. Drink responsibly. Pendleton is good.
It's about Pendleton time.
I like a good rye. Speaking of rye.
What the hell do we got to lose, huh, Jule? Hunter, ain't been just killing them here lately.
And let's go, you want to go buckle? Do you want a beer? Well, you've got two of them, but like a beer. You know, he looked at me like, why are we doing this?
I have to pee so bad.
You know, you had something going there with the whole Pendleton promo. So after my second gold buckle, we had a awesome private party. We rented a
thanks for the invite.
Rented a building, had a live band, had an awesome time. Shag was there. We crushed it. Rented a limo. We had a great time this night. But Pendleton actually gave me a whole case of the 1910, and I didn't have any whiskey left after that. It was a case of regular Pendleton, a case of 1910, and after this one belligerent night that we had, I had no more whiskey left, and I did not get my deposit back on that limo ride.
Schaefer had a great time.
You had no more whiskey and no more friends.
Didn't have very many friends to start with, so short loss. All the guys are watching something going on behind me. I guess he was racing to the back end, fixing to crash.
About 80% down the arena.
He was going to jump 20 foot from the back end.
Oh, man.
Well, Blake, thanks for stopping by, old partner.
Hey, Block A.
Hey, thank you guys.
Go run, you steer.
Good
I
luck,
gotta pee,
bud.
and I'm gonna go bulldog.
Jule?
Thanks for having me.
Jule, thanks for coming on. Jule.
Yeah, it's nice to be on. I wish I could tell some better stories.
Well,
If he quits being such a vagina.
because I have a image to uphold.
Here. There you go. Here, trade.
I fear that only on his last episode in some of these.
This is not on. There you go.
I fear that
you go.
only on his last episode can some of these stories be truly told. Otherwise, all sponsors would tuck tail and run.
Because everybody knows these stories.
I know, but here's the thing. I'm not a bad person. I'm a good guy. I got kids, and some of that stuff is from my youth, and I'm not proud of it. So I don't want everybody to know.
Nobody's always proud of what they've ever done.
I feel like I'm trying to raise my kids and be good, and
But
Guess what?
that's why we're not telling these stories in front of your kids.
Yeah.
I know, but
Your kids don't listen to RümpChät.
They should never listen to
Nobody-
RümpChät, by the way.
Actually, I know we have parents that go,
Nobody
we
should
love
listen.
it. I'm like, yeah, no kids should listen to our dumbasses.
not even adults should listen to RümpChät half the time. How many hours are we in on this?
An hour and 25.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No.
It's
It's
pretty,
just so nice here, people.
It's
You
pretty
guys don't
nice that-
understand how nice this weather is.
and it's cleared out a little bit where you can actually watch the Bulldog a lot better since our board went out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy,
Board
just
went out.
it makes you want to leave Estes Park where it's 75 degrees and
Go to
you-
Casper, Wyoming.
I was going to say go to Sydney, Iowa, and sit there and sweat.
Yeah, but it's a damn good time. It's nice
Hey,
and cool
and it's
inside
about,
that Legion
Sydney's
Club.
about to open up, too.
It's a great point
Hey,
on that.
hey, do you want? Let's tell the listeners because we told our version of it. What's your version of the donut story, where I saved you from going to jail?
All right. Well, that's one of my older non-proud moments in life. So
Yeah.
So I leave the Legion Club, and it's only like 200 yards back over to my truck and trailer, kind of up high on the hill. And the great thing about the parking lot at Sydney is it's a grassy V-shaped hill. Got a downslope on one side and an upslope on the other, and beautiful grass. But after leaving the Legion Club at about midnight, we'll say,
Ish. Yeah.
ish, later in the evening.
1:30.
The dew had already the dew had already came in that
Yeah,
night and
yep.
made the grass slick. And
Prime donut weather.
prime donut weather. So on my walk back alone, straight to my trailer, whips up this like $1,500 Honda, with a carload of people, and they're like,
Full of 19-year-old chicks and one dude. What?
now.
No, was it?
No.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was just making it up. There was two dudes.
Carload of people.
Okay.
We'll leave it a carload of people.
Carload of people. So, and they said, Hunter, get in. We're going to cut a donut. And I was like, I doubt y'all know how to do this properly. So I get in, and they take it down the hill, and they get, a good revolution and a half out of this Honda. And in which case, we take it back to the top of the hill. I was like, oh, that was fun, boys, but y'all either need to let me out or y'all need to let me show you how to do this proper. So they gladly oblige, and I get behind the wheel, and I'm going to show them how it's done. In which case, I launched this Honda down the hill at about 65 miles an hour, and then just cut the old e-brake on.
Yeah.
And we got stuff smoking, sliding, twisting, turning, and we cut about 3 Rusties right there. And I was
Tires
like,
popping off rims.
that's right. And I was like, now that, boys, that's how you do it. So I drive back up the hill, and I'm going to go ahead and get on back up there to my trailer. And lo and behold, here comes Sydney, Iowa's finest
Johnny
here.
Popo.
Yep. But Johnny Popo was all of about 18 years old trying to grow a mustache.
They would. So anyway, go ahead. I'll tell. Yeah, keep going.
Oh,
so,
hell.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'll step in now. So I'm in my golf cart, and I just getting because we all left together.
Yep.
And you're going to your rig, and I was going to mine, and I'm parked up behind the bleachers on the north side. And
The whole reason is I didn't have my own personal VIP golf cart.
Well,
that is the reason this story
you're
got
not.
this way.
gotta
You're
be
not.
from Fremont
Yeah, you're
County,
not
you-
Sydney's golden child. So, anywho, you may have 2 gold buckles, but you're not me. So anyway, I actually
Having
pay,
a super
you know,
gold buckle super light at the moment.
Actually, I pay for the cart.
He's got to pay for
Yeah,
his own
I
cart.
pay for my own golf cart in my hometown. But anywho, so I get back to my trailer, and Gary Gilbert calls me, and he's like, hey, do you know any of the cops? I said, well, yeah. He says, they've got Hunter. I go, I'll be right there. Yeah, well, I said, well, where is he? In the middle of the parking lot. I'll be right there, and I whip around, and I drive my golf cart, and I can see there's nothing left in the parking lot, right? Because this is early in the morning, late at night, whatever you want to say. But
It's just midnight.
But the ATV it wasn't even a cop car; it was an ATV with flashing lights. But I mean, by the time I got there, the old Tahoe had pulled up. But I get
Yeah,
I
it
roll
felt like
up,
the whole SWAT team was there by the time this night was over.
I roll up, and they are. I mean, he's doing the old ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Roadside Olympics, as
He
I
is
like to
doing the
refer to them as.
Roadside Olympics. And I see these kids look like they're seniors in high school with badges. Like, I'm going, I don't know these guys.
I went to school with your dad.
Yeah.
But I loved how the one was so hardcore. Like he knew that he had a convicted felon there.
He had a hard on.
Need to go ahead and
He's
verify
back
my
in
license.
Texas
He
for
was so
banging beagles.
excited for this because it had been a slow week. No fights, no fights like there used to be, like every night outside the Legion and all that.
I haven't seen a good fist fight at the Legion in a long time.
And, I think that people are. I don't know.
Bring back the fights.
I saw Frank Newsom get punched in the face there one time.
That might have been the last one.
So, anywho, had Donnie Gay even gotten in a fight outside the Legion Club? We've talked about that.
Guy's like 0 for 27 on fist fights. He's got a worse track record than Byron Walker.
Well, now you're going to get a Facebook message. So, anyway.
Byron, don't listen to RümpChät.
So anyway, I pull up there, but I recognized the older cop that was there, the older deputy, and I was like, hey, look, he's a contestant. That's his semi over there. He's going to bed. He's a big dumbass. You don't want to deal with him. He's ignorant. No, I didn't really say that.
He's bald. His feet
hey,
stink.
I said, hey, they're rodeoing hard. He just, I said, what was he doing? Oh, he's doing donuts. And I looked at him like, really? We're
going to take this man to jail for donuts
it's
in
on,
the parking lot.
It's on private property, really. If it had been in the street, probably a different deal, but it was private. So anyway, but he was cool. He's like, yeah. So I think he was just letting those boys train. He's probably going to let you go anyway. But then I roll up. And then I roll behind you. I don't think you saw me pull up, but then you said, I think you heard Hambone or something, and then you're like, oh, yes.
Sydney, Iowa.
Kind of. You were like,
Sydney, Iowa savior right here.
You were
Just
like, oh, yes, but then you're like, oh, no, I owe him. So anyway, I got a hunter gathered up, and they let him go, and I took him over and dropped him off his trailer. And the young kid, who was that traveling with you? He was
I had Tyke Kip, and he was with me last year. And let me tell you, this Tyke, had already hit the panic button.
He was freaking out. He was like crying.
Was he crying, Hunter?
Oh
No.
man, he gets pretty wound tight right there. Pretty emotional on when things happen. So
we went back to the camper and slammed like 2 more beers in celebration, and then went to bed.
Yep. And that was our one night with the cops in Sydney. Although they probably still got that on video, since that 18-year-old had me do the Roadside Olympics in front of the Tahoe with the camcorder going like he was.
Could get that footage.
He was Joe Serious out there.
Did he make you take
use
your
that
hat
for
off?
training footage? All right, guys, it's rodeo time.
It's rodeo
so
week.
here's what happens.
No, they didn't make me take my hat off. They didn't want the reflection off the headlights
Yeah,
to
he was
blind the camera.
Oh yeah, you could see all the way to Hamburg, because they have got every light on these vehicles on, just shining at Hunter like he just,
I'm pretty sure that
he's got 10 kilos of cocaine in his
people
bag.
were asleep, got woke up by the whole SWAT team rolling up on me out there. But.
Yeah, we got a guy doing donuts. Send in the FBI.
All right, boys, man, we got a hot one in here. And be careful, he's a ginger.
What's the? I wonder what the code is for steer wrestler doing donuts in the parking lot, like 1640. Yeah, we got a 1640.
No, 7.7-0.
I believe it was more along the. We've got a dumbass here that we're going to go ahead and take to jail. The only thing is, I've been to jail before, and I also knew that they can't take my birthday.
Those kids were just sitting there and they saw you doing it and they're like, "Let's go!"
Oh,
Cops.
they were rolling in hot right there on their ATV. But at the end of the day, when I walked away, that was probably a deflating moment for them.
Well, yeah, they're probably like, "Oh man."
All that super trooper work, and he just walks.
Well, and the elder statesman cop was like, "I'm not doing paperwork for a donut, so let's get rid of him."
So donuts this year at Sydney. Please join me. We're going to make it an annual event.
Let's go.
Maybe
Sydney.
we should do the donut competition instead of Bloody Mary morning.
Bloody Mary morning.
Hey, one of the funniest things is after it was over, the whole guy, he was like, "I'm so glad you didn't wreck my car." I'm like, it's a $1,500 Honda, and that's if I put new tires on it.
You're
we could go down to any buy here, pay now kind of place and buy him another one.
Tyke was the whole reason you were even in the car, right? Because you met those people.
Oh, it was one of his buddies. And,
okay, yeah. I mean, you didn't even. These were like they're
kids.
like,
"Hunter, get in!" And so I got in and I obliged, and that's how you end up going to jail.
We all think we're children sometimes.
You kids think $1,500 is a lot? I've entered 3 rodeos this week. I've spent that at the PRCA.
That's right.
In the last 20 minutes.
So yeah, 100.
Hey, but good news is just because I spend money at the PRCA doesn't mean that the administration will spend money on their employees here lately. They'll just go ahead and let them walk.
Heard that. You can't even get a hold of Procom right now?
Yeah, I can't. It just rings and rings and rings. It's actually worse than entering a Texas amateur rodeo in the 90s.
Yeah. I even, amateur rodeo in there in Iowa, and you'd call it like if it was a Grand River Rodeo Company, they own the bar there in Grand River, and you'd call the bar to enter the rodeo.
Yeah. But good job, administration. The budget cuts are going not well. So, round of applause to the administration here.
Hunter Cure, everybody.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
it's the real
yeah,
stuff. This is what's going on in rodeo.
I know. Sydney sent their application in April. And
it just got put in the paper this last week.
Didn't even get in the journal.
Yep.
Online. But Sydney is happening, folks.
Books are on Wednesday, but it just now got put
July
in the journal.
12th, entries open, contestants.
Enter
They close
Sydney,
on the
Iowa.
15th. Enter Sydney, Iowa.
Inner Sydney, Iowa. I know a guy with a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Enter Sydney, come get drunk, and if you make a mistake, call Hambone. He will get you off.
Whoa. Tell me how
off
this is
the
going to
hook.
go.
Get you off the hook. Off the hook.
Yeah, you got to finish that. Whoa, here we're going.
Well, Hunter, you're 21 steers away from running yours. Do you know what you have?
Actually, no. I'm in the last 4 guys here, and I will have a 4th run.
Oh.
So, but I want to say after running my first one last night in the performance here and that going about as well as a car wreck, odds are that I'm going to have a better one this time.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
It's getting dusty out there. I hope the ground's going to be okay.
Oh. Can't be any worse than other places we've been.
Damn right.
Where are you going from here, Hunter?
Not to Cheyenne. I know that.
You're not going either?
Not. You guys all boycotted Cheyenne.
Okay, so you
Jule kind of said, "Oh, it sucks." And
yeah, Jule didn't give a very good. I think it's because basically you're running
for $1,000.
Yeah, like
You're running
splitting the money to
You're running more steers for less money, and also you're not running fresh cattle, which Cheyenne is a great place for fresh cattle because you have 700 foot of arena.
To try not to die.
It was a great cowboy event, and if you were at least going to risk your neck, you were going to do it for $6,800 a go round, and for $1,500 go rounds, I think my talents are better suited to go somewhere else.
So how
Some
many guys
rodeos
are
that
they
I
going to
hadn't been
get?
to.
Yeah, nice.
How many bulldoggers will they get? Because then didn't all the bulldoggers be like, "We're not going to enter"?
So they actually did get more bulldoggers than we anticipated this year, simply because there's 5 weeks in July, and guys had 4 or 5 days that they were sitting around doing nothing. So they got 130 guys this year, and best of luck to them. But for me and my group, we're gonna go hit up some different rodeos.
Go to Nampa.
We're gonna ease around from there. We're gonna go to Preston, Idaho, and
that famous Preston Night Rodeo.
Spanish Fork, Utah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to all of them. So
Spanish Fork's awesome. So I don't
Spanish Fork is terrific. That whole Utah Valley, you cannot beat the rodeo fans in Utah. They are
awesome.
one of a kind. I know y'all were at Lehigh here a couple weeks ago.
Love Utah.
Man, it's an amazing place to rodeo in, honestly.
Yeah, we that's
But you know,
130 guys. We added 35,000 at St. Angelo and got 144.
But in this
which you
in
called
this
me and you're
immediate
like,
week-
I apologize for my group.
But here's the thing, though. Everybody enters Cheyenne. People that haven't bulldogged in 6 years. I entered Cheyenne this year, and I didn't even enter it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People that don't rodeo hardly at all still enter Cheyenne.
They
Just like Pendleton.
Well, Cheyenne, it was one of the premier rodeos in the country, winter or summer. But, things change.
Man,
Some rodeos get better, and some rodeos go a different direction.
I'm a little biased, but I don't know how you can beat for large outdoor rodeo, how you can beat Pendleton, Oregon. Like, I love Pendleton. It's cool.
Pendleton is terrific, but I don't know. I'm going to have to go with my vote for large outdoor rodeo. Is going to have to go to Reno.
Well, you won it 4 times. Yeah, you are a little biased.
Yeah, I think I'm a little jaded on that.
I'm
But
not a
they've
big
got
one.
hospitality stalls. They got Fat Tony that's back there with his cooler. I mean,
Bulldoggers
you
only.
Can't beat it.
I was with Tony last week, not at the same rodeo. You know what? Reno's never been a big one for me because they hired me for their rodeo and then they ghosted me like a bad girlfriend, and I never went.
Oh, that's kind of like Calgary did me this year.
Really?
Yeah, I just ghosted. Like, invitations? Oh, no. Don't worry about that. You got to work harder next year. So we'll see what we can do about that.
Well, you'd have to quarantine and all that. You were okay with that?
Well,
because they can't even leave the grounds.
You know,
From what I understand.
that's the shame of it, is that it's not in the same traditional fashion that it's been in. But that's governance right now, and it's
just the way it is.
This year.
Yeah, it's not like that's not Calgary's choice. That's
certainly, and
that's
I
the
look forward to
government's
get back to normal next year and be a terrific rodeo again.
Absolutely.
But for next week, we've got a pretty full slate down here in the States. Instead of Calgary, we're going to go to Sheridan, which I love, Casper, Gunnison, Colorado Springs. All great rodeos right here in a nice straight line. Don't have to do a lot of back and forth. So it's going to be a good week.
I got to ask you though, you're 41, right? You're 41.
37 at the moment.
Anyhow, you're older. You've got
Are you only 37? I'm older than you?
Yeah.
You've got 2 world championships.
Oh my God.
You've been there.
What have I done?
Yeah, shut up, Hambone. You've not done crap. You have
shit.
no gold buckles except for the sound man.
I got 2.
Well, I was going to kick you right in the teeth right there about sound man and that place out there with yelling bucket shoots, but we'll just wait.
But
we'll just wait right now.
back to what I was saying.
Let's not go there. Right?
They got yellow bucket shoots here at Estes Park.
Yeah.
So.
Is it still just
I love you, buddy.
Hunter, like rodeo and hard? Is it still just as fun as it was? Like do you still have? Is it just as cool now as it's ever been? Even though, I mean, you've been there, done that. So is the drive to keep rocking and rolling? Is it still like? Does it feel the same that it always has, or is it different now? Well, your kids are 7 and 9, and you've got your cattle deal. Like you have other stuff going on besides just rodeoing.
Well, in one side, I'm torn that you got to be the family man on one side, but then there's also this overwhelming desire to be the wolf and to compete. And those two men, while they know each other, they're not one and the same.
Right.
And so I love the rodeo and I love competing, but I also know that you kind of got to keep things current or change little things to find ways to enjoy the rodeo road, because it can be a drag on you, and you can not enjoy it just as easy as you can have one of the best times of your life. Right. So this time around, I've got a few different traveling partners this year with Kate Staten and Walt Arnold. Gary Gilbert will be coming back out here in a couple weeks.
G-squared.
And just having new guys in the rig that are excited about rodeoing and want to go fulfill their goals in the same way that I've still got a couple left to check off my list. Keeps it interesting. So
what goals do you have left to check off?
Well,
average at the NFR? Did you ever win? Have you won that?
I've not won the average at the NFR. I've won a second and a third in the average, but I've never won the average. But no, that's never been my goal. I feel like the average is
championship at Iowa's championship rodeo, maybe.
Hey, that's one I haven't checked off my list yet.
Spend the night in a jail cell in Sydney, Iowa.
I don't believe that one's on anybody's list.
That's why, like I like at Sydney, like you said, there's different rodeos. We've talked about this on the show. Different rodeos have their own different little niches and that make it cool to go to. I mean, obviously up here at Estes is just, this is pretty. This is a nice place to be in July. Weather, mountains, all that stuff. But that's why I try to get Sydney to be the Legion Club and the old pictures on the wall and drink beer. This kind of a niche, and Pendleton's got the litter buck room. Everybody's got their niche,
their own life force.
Yeah, and I try to make it as cool as possible so guys go, you know what? Let's go down there. Let's go on that run because like we talked about, because they screwed up meeting in the journal. You guys were going to go on the Idaho-Montana run.
Yep, we were
there's
fixing
that whole run, and
to
then there's
abandon the Midwest.
Then there's the Midwest run, which is Dodge, Phillipsburg, Abilene, Sydney.
Phillipsburg.
I said that, didn't I? Anyway,
but since they didn't have Sydney listed in there, we were fixing to skip right on by it.
Yeah,
and take our talents to the Northwest.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Now I'm glad you're entering Sydney, buddy, because we're gonna have a good time.
That's a lot.
It's going to be fun.
That's a lot of rodeoing, and especially coming after 2020, which sucked balls. To be able to go back and be rodeoing right now, and there's nobody wearing masks. If you want to wear a mask, that's cool, but the stands aren't filled with social distancing. People are drinking beer and having fun, and it's been pretty pretty normal. I mean, rodeo-wise, like these rodeos, every rodeo I've been to pretty much has kicked ass lately, like attendance-wise.
Certainly.
And I don't know if you guys notice as contestants, but like as a clown, man, son of a bitch, they had to turn people away from Strong City, Kansas because they were out of room.
Well, I feel like people were tired of being confined, and now that we can cut it loose, the sun's shining every day now, that I feel like people are ready for outdoor entertainment, outdoor activities, and whether that's rodeoing or jet skiing, they want to get out and go about. But you know, rodeo will always provide that cheap family entertainment, and that's the best thing we do.
Oh,
yeah.
We just watched a haze or miss a haze. Not a big deal.
Yep.
We're still watching Bulldogging
Yep.
Slack for everybody who's...
Yep, good job, Dirk Tavener, on that last haze right there.
Youch. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I have got to pee like a Russian racehorse.
Well, we've got a lot of good context, and I tell you what, it's always good to be with the Bulldoggers. What a great bunch of guys. So much fun.
Well, we appreciate y'all having us on, and we'll keep listening.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate
World
you.
champion Hunter Cure.
Have a good day, everyone.
Well, we are, sorry, I'm getting graggly. It's time to go, Rump. Let's go get a burger.
Let's do it.
Time for lunch. All right, we will talk to y'all later. Don't forget RümpChät.com. Thanks to Spitzy Creative, Pendleton Whiskey, Gold Buckle Beer, Manscaped. We'll see y'all later.
Later on.
You know that woman, she ain't done. Can't stop till my work is done. Run, horse. Run, horse, run.